Well, hey guys, it's Thorzax here, and I wanted to go ahead and welcome you guys back. Well, we're going to be going down, the road uh, today is going to be the target portion of the versatile and capable 44 Special. I'm waiting on a few things, but that isn't going to stop me from getting started and loading some ammunition and that sort of thing. I'm going to be taking some loads from Pet Loads. There's some loads in there that are for target use, and I've acquired some bullets here. We have the 44 caliber, 180 grain. This is the swage lead bullet. Give you an idea what that looks like. Right there. So we're going to be loading these little guys as we go along and venture on down this road. I also went ahead and got some 240 grain. These are the same ones that Fortune Cookie has been talking about in his loadings, and we're going to load these for target use too. They're your typical variant of the hollow point design, and in all actuality, that would make a very good hunting bullet, like Cookie was saying. I mean, there's no jacket to retain it, and it's made out of relatively soft lead. You're probably looking at about 950 feet per second being tops as far as how hard you want to shoot this. But one thing that is kind of an attribute to these, since they're soft bullets, is that they should obturate properly, and we should get pretty good accuracy, at velocity ranges that are going to be in the target range. So anyway, we got that going for us. So anyway, what else? Right here, I've acquired some 44 Russian brass, and I've started a limited production of 44 Russian by using my 44 Magnum, 44 Special dies. And the one thing I found out was that my bullet seating die, the crimp feature in it, is too long to crimp this bullet properly. But this is the 240 grain Keith bullet. For some reason, I've been having really good luck with this, out of the Bulldog. The Bulldog seems to really like this bullet. So we're going to, see how that goes. This is loaded with 6.0 of unique, and we're going to try that. So, what else? I still have quite a bit of brand new 44 Special brass. I got 300 rounds. Another good bullet that seems to shoot real well are these. These are the 262 grain Lee round nose cast bullets. One thing. Overall, I've been having really good luck with my cast bullets over bullets that I've bought across the counter. We also have some of these left over. These are the 180 grain bullets that I got from Aardvark Enterprises. Rick, he gave these to me and told me to go ahead and give them a whirl. So we're gonna try those. I think I think I'm beginning to discover something about the 44 Russian. Is that the 44 Russian had a lot of potential to be loaded a lot harder than it was, but the pistols that were available at the time were your triple lock Smith & Wesson, the 1950 Target model from Smith & Wesson. I don't know so much about the 1950 Target model, but I know those old triple locks, they kind of had their pressure curve limited because, the amount of pressure that they would take. It was about the nickel content that was in the frames and that sort of thing. And, you could really push those pressures up there so where the gun would blow up. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to try to make a 44 Magnum out of a 44 Special. But I'm beginning to discover that the 44 Special had a lot more potential, okay? And I'm also starting to figure out a little thing about, marketing. Like I said earlier about the 44 Russian. When they came out with the 44 Special, the 44 Russian kind of went and, was just fell by the wayside. And I think that was a marketing thing that was going on with Smith & Wesson, okay? First of all, the 44 Russian, the Russians bought the Smith & Wesson number 3 and 44 Russian, and they bought thousands of them, thousands and thousands of them, and it was a military contract, and Smith & Wesson fulfilled their order, and went ahead and delivered those guns. But the 44 Russian wasn't a real good seller here in the United States. It was known, to have good accuracy and stuff, but economic times, that sort of thing that was going on, at that time about, people being able to afford pistols and that sort of thing. What you really wanted, if you were a gun manufacturer, is to have a military contract. And so when smokeless powders came about, they looked at the 44 Russian, and then they invented, the 44 Special. So therefore, to get the Russians to buy the 44 Special, they would have to decrease the interest in making the 44 Russian. That's my take on that. In other words, it's not worth our time to go ahead and produce these, Smith & Wesson number 3s anymore in, 44 Russian. So we only make them in the 44 Special now. So if you want the Smith & Wesson number 3, then you're going to have to buy it in the 44 Special. That's basically what Smith & Wesson did. So, that's kind of my take on it. I believe that they were just a company, they're just like any other company out there. What you bought 5 years ago is outdated. It's not compatible with anything else. So you either buy gear that is, outdated, like what you have, or you jump online and get modernized and get on with the latest thing. And I think that's kind of where the 44 Special came in. Yeah. That's my thoughts on it. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be starting a new chapter in the 44, Smith & Wesson Special. And we're going to be going into the target aspect of it. And one thing I wanted to really kind of share with you guys. This little guy right here, great gun, wonderful gun. Concealed carry. I can cover it with my hand. It's a lightweight, 19 ounces. Great gun. Not a target gun. There's no adjustable sights. It's got a 3-inch barrel. I'm working with, excuse me. I'm going to give this my best shot. Let's put it that way. So guys, you're going to have to bear with me. And I think all my testing for target is going to be at 15 yards with this little guy. To get the best accuracy and that sort of thing. And with the crudeness of the sights, we're just going to be doing our firing at 15 yards. Now, if I get a load that shoots extremely well, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go over to the 25-yard line and push it out a little bit. Maybe even the 50-yard line. See how it shoots there. I have shot snub-nosed revolvers at 50 yards and been able to land, every one of my bullets into the black, into a 50-yard target. And, snub noses or barrel length or that sort of thing. You know, it's capable of it, but you're also looking at the quality of the trigger. You're looking at the quality of you know, the overall quality of the gun, the way it's fitted, things like that. That's all. You know, it's not how they shoot at 25 yards. It's how they shoot at 50. That's the way it is in Bullseye. If you got a good 25-yard gun, hey, great. But the bottom line is that it's how it's going to shoot at 50, which is going to tell you whether or not it's going to be a good gun at all anyway. You know, I've had a couple of 45s in the past that were great 25-yard guns, but for some reason, them guns would not shoot at 50 yards. I don't know why. You tried and tried and tried, just would not shoot at 50 yards. That is when a pistol smith is real handy, and he can come in there and fix all that, but it's best just to buy a pistol that's already cut out for that sort of work rather than trying to make a pistol shoot, because you might as well just pull the slide to the rear, you know, pull the dump truck up and have the bed go up and dump a whole bunch of money down to the ejection port, because unless you're, you know, ready to spend the money, that's what it's going to take in order to take an average pistol and turn it into a match pistol. It's easier to take raw materials and make a match pistol rather than taking an average pistol and trying to build it up into a match pistol. It's just more cost effective, you know, for the consumer. That's about it. That's about all I got. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to be looking up some loads. Okay. I'm going to be looking at loads from Ken Waters. Of course, the Hornady manual is going to be in there. I have some loads from the Lyman manual I want to try out. I think that we're going to try a new powder as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing some shooting with Bulleseye. Okay, that's one of my favorites right there. And we're also going to be shooting Unique, of course. You know, Unique seems to be a real good powder for the 44 Special straight wall case. That burn rate seems to, you know, agree, you know, with the little guy. We'll try Winchester WST. Now, Winchester WST is a great powder as a substitute powder for Bullseye. Years ago, there was a Bullseye, you know, drought where, you know, you just couldn't find Bullseye anywhere. And I was almost out. So what I did is I went out and got some WST and used that as a surrogate powder for the 45 ACP, and you know, it shot just as well. So WST from Winchester is kind of in that whole burn rate that gives good results with a wide range of bullets, you know, in the 45 ACP. I want to try it in the 44 Special to see if it works as well. What else? Oh, I want to try some loads with 700X. Now, 700X is rather slow, but it gives good ballistics. I had some really good, you know, luck with 700X out of my 45 ACP, so I want to try it in the little guy too and see if that works. That's kind of where I'm going, guys. Maybe, I don't know, if the inspiration hits me, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and you know, put the shell plate carrier and adjust all the dies and everything like that for my Dillon, and then start cranking out ammo on my Dillon rather than making them on the single stage press, and you know, just speed things up in the way of production. You know, using a single stage press is great. It's wonderful, but you know, to me. And there are times when using a single stage press is kind of like, you know, the speed you want to go. But, you know, the advantage of having a progressive press is that you're not spending all night doing it, you know. And you just load it up and boom, man, every time you pull that handle, man, there's another round, you know, falling into the loaded, you know, collection box. And, you know, that just makes it nice. So I'm thinking about doing that, and as soon as I get my dies in for 44 Russian, I'll be able to go ahead and put the crimp on these little guys, and get that going for us. You know, I want to try the 44 Russian as well, in the Russian case versus the, you know, 44 Special case, and see if there's any difference in the way of accuracy that I get because of, the load density. We're gonna try that too. That's pretty much all I got right now. So I want to let you guys know what's been going on. I want to shoot a short video. I know this is just talk, so I'll let this go and let you guys get back to your evening and everything like that. The next segment that we're going to be doing is going to be on the target applications to the versatile and capable 44 special, and we'll be making some target ammunition, and then we're going to be ahead and going out and going to the range, so and trying those out. So this is Thor's Axe, and until next time, see you in the next video.